Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This is my review for Big Brother 16, Episode 11. This was the third live eviction, and it was quite a shocking episode. I mean, I was very shocked, actually, by who left. I mean, I thought they were going to leave all week, but I thought we were going to have, like, a huge surprise happen, and honestly, it was kind of shocking at the person that ended up leaving. Basically, this episode, I thought it was really good. I really liked this episode. There's a lot of stuff I really enjoyed. My only complaint is that we had to have an endurance competition, which I'll talk about, but, basically in the beginning of this episode, people are very worried about Caleb's game. You know, Caleb, of course, he's still going after Cody, and everyone feels they're in this love triangle, especially Zach. Zach feels he's in the middle of this love triangle, and he does not really want to be a part of it. They're going on about how he should not, they don't want him to be, here anymore. They're kind of sick of him. And honestly, I don't blame them, because Caleb is going after Amber when Amber doesn't even like him. And honestly, it's like, he's like stalking her. Like, it's not the show on CBS that's coming out called Stalker. I guess we're seeing a free preview of Stalker in the Big Brother house, but I don't know. Basically, Caleb is setting himself up to be a target, Caleb is really setting himself up to be a target, and, Derek, Cody, and Zach kind of discussed whether this is a good idea to actually get Caleb out of the house. Now, me personally, I think it is a good idea. I think it would have been a good idea to get Caleb out of the house. I mean, because here's the thing. Caleb is a bigger threat to the game. He's a physical threat. He likes Amber. And basically, he's just playing the game because, he's basically just doing everything for Amber when Amber doesn't really care about him. She cares about Cody, but not so much him. So, that's really the problem with Caleb at this point, is that nobody really is, rooting for him or anything. He has no one on his side. He has no allies because not a lot of people really like him. So, yeah. Now, Nicole and Hayden, they are also getting very close. I thought it was definitely very cute in this episode. Hayden really wants to kiss Nicole. I really hope that happens because I like them together. But honestly, Jeff and Jordan, they really remind me of. They were very private. They never even kissed on the show. They never did. And they were like very private about things. So I hope Nicole and Hayden are just as private because I really like them as a couple, but you don't need to, like, Victoria walked in, and they're like, and she's like, are you making out? I thought that was hilarious, when that happened, because 99% of the time you see a girl and a guy in bed together, they're most likely making out, but that didn't happen with Nicole and Hayden. I'm feeling bad for Nicole. She still has to wear that frog suit. Didn't they say she has to wear that till Thursday? I don't know. I don't know. I guess she has to still wear it, but basically, what ended up happening was, we found out some things about Devin, which was actually very interesting. We actually found out that Devin has actually gone through some bad shit in his life. This was the first time I felt bad for Devin. I really did. Basically, we finally find out the reason why he's been talking about his daughter so much. Because I personally, it's just like, you have a daughter, there's nothing wrong with her. It turns out Devin has gone through, bad times. Basically, he has gone through very bad, he used to go through alcoholism, and that's why he's, like, so short-tempered and everything, because of his alcoholism, and basically, he just wants them to know that, and I think Devin definitely did the right thing. He knows he's a target. He knows that he could be sent home. So, the best thing for him to do is just go out with class and tell them the truth, and basically apologize to them the best he can. So I think definitely Devin did do the right thing there, and I actually liked his honesty. I liked, the way he told everyone the truth. I was very happy with, with Devin about that, because most of the game I have disliked Devin to death, but this was kind of the first time where I kind of agreed with what Devin was saying. I mean, Caleb, to me, in this episode, felt more like a threat than Devin. I mean, Devin, I think he's a nice guy. I do. Caleb does not seem like a nice guy. Caleb seems like the kind of person that's like, I want Amber, that's what I want, and if I don't get her, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum about it. That's pretty much what Caleb is. But Devin seems like a nice guy who's kind of down to earth. He seems very nice. He wasn't down to earth in the first few weeks, but now he's kind of turned himself around. It really reminds me of Jeremy from last year. If you guys remember, Jeremy came in very, very cocky and very like, oh, I'm the best, I'm controlling everything. And that's a lot like Devin this season, because, Devin is very much like Jeremy, and ironically, both of them were evicted the third week. Jeremy last season, of course, though, he was very controlling, just like Devin, and as a result, he got sent home. But just like Devin, he matured. And one of the things I really liked about Devin, though, was that, Jeremy decided to do it while he was leaving the Big Brother house. Devin started to do this after, he stopped winning HOH. I like that Devin laid low, this whole week. I think that was definitely a good strategy, and I was really hoping that he would do, a good job with that. So, I mean, that was definitely very interesting. And the only other thing to really talk about is two other things. One, Julie lets them know that there's not going to be any have-nots. However, there's this twist. That whole activity tracker, which actually, I got that completely wrong. I do think it's kind of funny. That activity tracker is basically going to, the lowest people that are on that activity tracker is going to determine the have-nots for next week. So that's going to be interesting to see who are the have-nots. I'll probably be keeping you guys updated with that. I don't know. I'll try to, but we'll have to see what happens there. And then we see a very interesting thing. We see Jeff, Jeff Schroeder. He does a lot of, the interviews and things like that. He goes over to Donnie's family, and we meet Donnie's family. Donnie's family are absolutely hilarious. They don't even know what Big Brother is. They didn't even know that Donnie was on Big Brother. I thought that was so funny when Jeff's like, "Are you watching Big Brother?" They're like, "What's Big Brother?" I thought that was so funny when basically they didn't even realize that Donnie was on Big Brother, and especially the part where, Donnie's dad's like, "We're in bed" at that time. I thought that was hilarious. Basically, he just seems like he has a really nice family, and it really shows why Donnie is such a likable guy, because he has a really nice family, and his girlfriend is so sweet as well. Just, he has so many sweet people in his family. You can't say, you can tell why Donnie is why, everyone loves Donnie so much. You can tell why Donnie is such a lovable guy, things like that. I mean, seriously, he's a great guy, and that's part of it, because of the people in his life. That's why he's such a great guy. But I definitely thought that was definitely, very, very good, and I enjoyed that overall. And then, of course, it's time for the live eviction, and between Kayla and Devin, surprisingly, by a unanimous vote, it is Devin. Here's what I think happened. I think people are thinking, alright, Caleb, right now, he's going after Cody. He's not targeting anyone else except for Cody. So if he's just targeting Cody, then things should be fine. Plus, Caleb is so focused on, he's so fixated on getting with Amber, he probably can't even focus, because he's so focused on that and only that, and he's just going to keep throwing competitions for her. It's honestly going to be really funny to watch if that keeps happening, because the thing is, you can't go into this house for a showmance. You can't. Showmance happens, good. But you can't go into this house thinking you're going to have a showmance. You just can't. You can't, I can't go into the Big Brother house and say, I'm going to come out with a showmance. I'm going to come out with this. I'm going to come out with that. You can't do that. You can't come in this house saying, I'm going to win Big Brother either. And that's ultimately why Devin ended up leaving, because he was determined to win, and he didn't. So, basically, Devin actually had a very nice interview with Julie. He said how he would definitely play the game run. He admits that he made a lot of mistakes, but he really wants to provide for his daughter. Brittany even gave him a heart, which I thought was sweet, because as we know, Devin did have a little crush on Brittany. But, basically, it seems like everyone was okay with Devin leaving, and honestly, I think Devin definitely went out with class. He went in a very good way, and I was actually surprised by the maturity in Devin. I really was. I think Devin's come a long way since last week, and it's only been a week, but in the Big Brother house, a week is like a month, so definitely props to Devin for that, definitely. I think he, definitely, even though he left, the good thing is he's not in jury, because if he was in jury, he'd probably be the same kind of person, so definitely, I'm happy that, he left. But at the same time, I think it's good that he did decide to go out with class. Even though my personal, preference, I would have probably evicted Caleb, because I just think Caleb's, the better person to leave, because he's more control, he's kind of becoming the more annoying one. He's kind of becoming the one that nobody likes. And I feel like next week, Caleb is the target. That's how I feel. I feel like if Caleb does not win this HOH, Caleb's the target. Speaking of the HOH competition, we don't know who wins, because it's endurance, and, I hate these competitions because we don't find out who wins till Sunday. I am gonna, look up online to see who won tomorrow, some point, I will know, but, you guys will see on my Sunday review if you guys want to know who wins HOH. Basically, the competition, I don't like this competition. It reminds me very much of the Easter Bunny one last year, which I did not like. I thought that one was just as stupid. And it's basically just putting an egg through it's putting, like, an egg through this maze, and they have to, like, put it on top of these, like like, on top of these, I don't know how to pronounce it, like, a tower, and basically make, like, 12 eggs, and whoever gets the 12 eggs, they're, like, partnered up, and there's 2 of them, so whichever partners, get the 12 eggs wins HOH, and it seems like, Cody and Frankie are getting pretty far, so I have a feeling they have a very good chance of winning. I don't know exactly who's gonna win, but, I guess we'll just have to see, but, you know, definitely, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Also, Team America. Team America. The results for Team America were in, and B was chosen. Now, again, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if Team America is basically going to decide who to put up on the block, or if they're going to, like, find, like, a secret way to put up someone on the block. If Frankie's HOH or something, then that makes sense. But if neither of them are HOH, how the hell does this work? I don't understand, because if neither of them are HOH, like, that does not make any sense. If they're not HOH. I don't understand how that's going to work, but I guess we'll just have to see how that works. But overall, I thought this was a good episode. Not too much happened in it, believe it or not. I mean, there was stuff that happened, but not too much happened. It was a pretty, relatively slow-paced episode. I thought it was a good episode overall, but there wasn't too much that happened in it. I thought it was a good episode. Devon leaving, I think personally the reason he left was just because he was, you know, his ego got very bad, but I really hope that he's there for his daughter. I really feel bad for him personally, because now we know the problems he's gone through and the shit he's dealt with, and maybe now, since he's out of the Big Brother house, he can kind of try to turn himself around. We'll have to see if he can, but I hope he does. Caleb needs to move on from Amber. Like, seriously, you're not going to get her. And basically targeting Cody just because he likes Amber, that is one of the stupidest things ever. That is literally one of the stupidest things I've ever seen on this. Because, Caleb, you are a grown man. You're not, like, 17, 18, 16, 15 years old anymore. I mean, there are more important things in life than a showmance. You come into this Big Brother house and you want a showmance, that's not why you should be here. If you're just here for a showmance, then leave, because that's not what Big Brother's for. Big Brother is for strategic game moves. Yes, it is for making friends. Yes, you can have a showmance down the road, kind of like Nicole and Hayden. I like how they're handling it. They're kind of just going slow. They're not putting labels on anything. I like that about Nicole and Hayden. You know, we don't know if they're together or not, but I kind of like that because they're not putting labels on anything. But ultimately, I think Caleb definitely, he needs to realize that he's not going to get Amber. He's just not. It's not going to work out for him, unfortunately. I wish it would, but the thing is, you know, if Amber doesn't like you, then that's it. I mean, you just have to accept the fact that Amber does not like you. There's nothing you can do to get her to like you, and she's not going to like you. And if you continue to embarrass her in front of Cody, that's going to make you look like an asshole, which it kind of is. I mean, Caleb right now looks like an asshole, pretty much. That's basically for my review. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Who do you think is going to win HOH? As I said, I think it's probably going to be Frankie and Cody. They got pretty far in the competition. Who do you think's going to... If Caleb gets HOH, do you think he's going to go after Cody? I really hope he doesn't get HOH. Is Caleb the target this week? I'm pretty sure he is, because everyone wants him out right now. And we'll have to see what happens there. Were you upset that Devin left? Are you happy that Devin left? I'm sure the mass majority are happy that Devin left. I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm happy and sad at the same time that he left. And what's going on with this Team America twist? How are they going to work this out? If one of them doesn't win HOH, I don't understand how this is going to work out. We'll have to see. What do you think of meeting Donnie's family? I thought they were, you know, a nice, lighthearted part of the episode. And also Nicole and Hayden. Do you think they're getting into a relationship, or what do you guys think? I like that they're not putting labels on anything personally. But that's in my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be my review for the series premiere of Satisfaction. So I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.